Uh-oh. It looks like it happened again. GTA 6 was leaked again. Well, not gameplay or anything crazy like that yet. But allegedly, we're going to take a look at a PlayStation dev just talking about GTA 6. A bunch of GTA 6 information. So as always, there's never not an interesting day in the GTA 6 world. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this guy is talking about. Now, look, as always, I guess take it with a grain of salt. Allegedly, this is a PlayStation developer. I don't know if he's still a developer or whatever. The only thing I'll show is this post a couple years ago when the PS5 Expanded Enhanced and all that came out. He apparently is in sync with the Rockstar community. He had a code, got an email from Rockstar. So like he obviously is connected in some way, shape, or form. Let's read what he has to say, because some of the stuff is pretty obvious, but some of it is also very interesting. GTA 6. The game begins with another robbery mission, which I wonder if that's actually the mission that was leaked from like 2 years ago in the diner. Kind of feels like that's going to be maybe like a prologue-esque mission. There will be a surrender option when dealing with cops, and we did already know that from the leak. So yeah, some of this stuff is stuff we already knew. Dual-wielding weapons are back. I don't remember if this was in the leaks, but that kind of makes sense given RDR2's dual wielding, so that'll be cool. The game has an eagle eye feature similar to RDR2, allowing players to highlight items and targets in the open world or interiors. That's an interesting one. Presumably, especially if you are like robbing places, seeing, what is useful, what is better to rob, to steal, that's a cool feature. He says the game has the highest number of mini games among all GTA titles. We're going to get things like golf, which of course was in GTA 5, basketball, which wasn't, tennis, which was in GTA 5, pool, so that's a cool one. Did they bring that to GTA 5 or GTA Online? I don't think they did, but it was obviously in GTA 4. And they say for the first time, a new fishing mini game. So that's actually super awesome, assuming this is all true. Again, we're going to just assume this is all true for now. And that is going to involve diving and catching a variety of sea animals, such as fish, dolphins, sharks, etc., using a harpoon. We did know a harpoon was in the game. That was from the leaks. But if this fishing minigame stuff is true, I mean, that sounds really cool, really fun. Now, here's actually a super interesting feature, if this is, again, all true. Vehicles and animals will have a discovery/tracking system similar to the one in RDR2. So each vehicle becomes part of your discovery section once you enter it, and discovering a certain number of vehicles in one class will unlock new modifications in that specific class. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about that as far as like a progression system? I think I kind of dig it. It does incentivize you to steal more vehicles, to discover more vehicles, maybe to use more vehicles. And as you do that, you unlock more modifications for that class. So that's kind of cool. For some reason, he mentioned the Eagle Eye feature again, but he also did mention that Rockstar were initially considering some sort of like cryptocurrency in the game. The idea, though, has likely been scrapped, but it wouldn't be surprising if this does return in some way, shape, or form in the GTA 6 Online as like a secondary currency. Instead of shark cards, it might be like crypto cards or something stupid like that. He says the NPC Interaction menu from RDR2 will make a return, so that'll be cool to interact, of course, with the various NPCs in the world. We've already seen there's going to be a ton of them, very interesting ones as well. The game's map will evolve over time. Now, I think we actually knew that from Jason Schreier's interview with a Rockstar, like a bunch of Rockstar developers, sort of off the record a couple years ago. They did say the map is going to evolve over time. Now, what does that mean? Let us know your guesses in the comment section down below. Does that mean more cities? Does that mean more islands? Like, does that just mean they're going to add more buildings to the map that's already there? It's kind of interesting to hear that and to see eventually what that's going to look like. Also, he says every in-game action requires a specific tool that players can acquire throughout their playthrough, from lockpicks to cutters to open vehicles and more. And again, that's another thing we did kind of see from the leaks. There was a couple of clips where Jason had some sort of like bolt cutters to unlock a crate. We also did get to see the lockpicks, the signal jammers. There's going to be a lot of different tools which you can use in this game, it looks like. And that is what he's saying here. Now, one disappointing thing, and again, look, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know where he's getting some of this stuff from, but he says there are currently no plans for future single player expansions. Like maybe this guy knows some people at Rockstar and that's how he's getting this information. Maybe nowadays most people don't care about this because of course there'll be like GTA 6 Online DLCs, but no single player expansions. Those were some of the best things Rockstar ever did in their older games, so it sucks. Yeah, they're not going to be doing that again. He also says NPCs and cops will remember both your appearance and vehicle. And that's a crazy one. They will interact with you differently based on your actions if you keep the same appearance. So I don't know what to make of that one either. Because of course GTA is a game where you get stars on you, you lose them, and then the cops just forget about you. So if they're going to remember you now, like how is that going to affect the gameplay loop? Maybe you actually will have to have different disguises and stuff when you commit crimes, so you don't have to deal with the police. And then the final tweet, Lucia and Jason will live in the same house, which is interesting. He says, which changes several times throughout the story. Okay. Most of the game's events and missions will be broadcast on news and social media with NPCs commenting and discussing them. That's probably a given again from what we've seen in trailer 1. And he says some missions can be played with both Lucia and Jason. Again, another interesting one here. Honestly, the house one is kind of the one that's got me a little confused, or just curious, I should say, because, maybe you can decorate it and add different trophies and stuff. Them living in the same house, though, is an odd one, though, because in the leaks, we did get to see them in a motel room, which made me think that they were like on the run. They were just constantly moving around. But if he's saying they're living in the same house, then I don't know, maybe that's further into the story. I'm not entirely sure. We know Lucy is on house arrest, so maybe it's the same house. I'm not sure. So that was everything that was from this, quote unquote leak. So let us know in the comments section. What do you guys think? Do you believe this person? Do you not? I mean, some of this stuff is already known. Like some of the stuff was definitely already known from the leaks and kind of just taking some guesses from trailer 1. But there were a couple of interesting tidbits here and there that were new, like the no single player DLC. Obviously, like we're like a year and a half out from the game, but I'm sure that is something, if Rockstar's talking about it internally, that's already been decided. Like, look, we're just going to focus on GTA Online stuff instead of single player. So that's something that's a possibility, but for sure, just some more interesting information regarding this game. So that's gonna do it for today's GTA 6 video. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA 6 content. And as always, I'll see you guys in